Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about little Kinsley. We're going to be catching up on her monthly updates. So I used to do these all the time for Riley and I have yet to do them for Kinsley and I feel so bad. So we're going to catch up and we're going to continue them. So she is 4 months old right now, you guys. Can you believe that? It has blown by. Like, I'm blown away with how fast everything has gone by. It honestly all feels like a blur because I'm sleep deprived right now, but I really want to do these just so that way I can also look back at these times with her. If you're new to my channel, I have an older daughter named Riley who's almost 3. She turns 3 in October. So she's about 2 years, 9 months old right now. Yeah, that's how old Riley is. But anyways, I want to kind of go over like her little height and weight chart that I have here, and then we'll kind of go into about her personality and some things that we've been doing and what I've learned about her. So at birth, Kinsley was 7 pounds, 0.02 ounces, and 19.5 inches tall. Fun fact, I had Kinsley and Riley nearly at the same exact time in my pregnancy. So I had them both at like 38 weeks and 3 days. And I had Kinsley at 1 o'clock in the morning and I had Riley at 4 o'clock in the morning. If Kinsley would have came a little bit later, I would have literally had them at the same time, which is insane. I thought that was so crazy. Kinsley just came really fast. I have my whole birth story on my channel if you guys want to check it out, but she came so fast. Riley came fast for being a first pregnancy. Kinsley, I knew was going to come fast, and boy, did she come fast. So Riley at birth was 6 pounds, 15 ounces, and 20.25 inches tall. So Riley weighed a little bit less than Kinsley, but she was almost an inch taller than Kinsley. So it's just like so interesting to see like their sizes and stuff. They're fairly close, like you could barely tell. At 1 month, Kinsley was weighing 8 pounds, 0.07 ounces, and she was 22 inches tall. So she grew a ton. She grew over 2.5 inches. So that's a lot in 1 month for a baby. At 2 months old, she weighed 11.9 pounds and she was 24 inches tall. So she put on a ton of weight there. She put on over 3 pounds. Wow. Over 3 pounds in a month. And she grew another 2 inches. So then when we hit month 3, she put on nearly 4 pounds. She was weighing 15.25 pounds, and then she was her height was 25 inches tall. So she only grew 1 inch that month, but she's my chunky monkey. She's definitely my chunky monkey. I also have in my notes here that she started rolling over around 3 months and 3 weeks old. When she was almost 4 months old, she was rolling over. She was just rolling over from her belly to her back. She doesn't like tummy time, so that's usually when she does it. And then at 4 months old right now, she is weighing 16.2 pounds and she is 26 inches tall. So she grew 1 inch and she put on about a pound. So Kinsley is fully breastfed, exclusively breastfed. She gets a bottle if she's at the sitters or if someone else is able to give to her. With me, when she takes a bottle, it's really, she has to be in a car seat or a stroller. I can't be holding her. That's what I kind of discovered. So we basically exclusively breastfeed because she's honestly with me 24/7. At the sitters, she only goes to her not even every week. I didn't even take her last week. She only goes to her when I need someone to help me watch her for an appointment or if I have to film a video. And it's only like 2 to 3 hours max. I don't let her stay there longer just because she is a little bit more of a fussier baby and she does like to nurse. So that's why I do it. I kind of do it right now just to help her get used to other people and help her get used to other environments because I can tell she's a little bit more sensitive. Riley started going to the same sitter at 4 months old, but I was able to leave Riley, you know, a lot longer periods and able to take her multiple times through the week because she was on formula at that time. Riley, we nursed only to 3 months old. We started supplementing at 2 months and we nursed until 3 months and then she was like, I'm done. Basically, we went through a whole thing with her. My supply dropped because she just wasn't a very good nurser. She couldn't get that deep latch. She couldn't really stimulate me and she really didn't want to do it. It's crazy when you've had 2 babies, and I have to say we had similar obstacles in nursing, like tongue ties, all that with both babies, but the fact that it came down to their like personality and what they wanted. And Riley was just like very independent, could care less. Kinsley is a lot more dependent and she loves to nurse. So we were able to get through those obstacles and now that's all she wants to do. So it's just crazy. Like I feel like it really comes down to the baby. It comes down to the mom and the baby. And the baby I think has a really big portion of it. So that's why we do that, and also lets me to work and it lets me to get some stuff done, which is nice and gives me my little time. It's like, what do we call, I call work now kind of a break. It's like for yourself. And I was talking to my sister about that, and she's like, yeah, it really does feel like a break. So anyways, that's something that I kind of noticed with her temperament. I feel like is going to be very just calm and loving and cuddly. She's such a happy, sweet baby. She's like the happiest little baby in the world. This girl smiles and laughs so much. She loves to talk. Riley loved to talk too. Like, Riley had so much personality, so many expressions. But Kinsley, it's so amazing to see their different personalities. Kinsley loves to talk. She talks even more than Riley does. And she just laughs and smiles, and she's just a happy, content baby. She's definitely a little bit more fussier than Riley, but she's such a happy baby. And it's amazing to see that. Like, I've never seen a baby talk, like at 4 months old, talk and smile as much as Kinsley. And I've been around quite a bit of babies in the last few years because of nephews and nieces. And it's crazy. And with Kinsley's personality, I can just tell she's going to be the sweetest little girl. I know that she's definitely going to be a lot more dependent on me than Riley is. She's going to be my little cuddler. I can tell that right off the bat. I'm definitely happy that I have Riley at being like the big sister, because I know Riley's going to be able to kind of push her and like get her out of her comfort zone, because that's what I can tell with Kinsley already. You can really tell their personalities at birth, and then at 4 months it really starts coming out and they start discovering their personality, and it's the best thing. And I love watching her grow. She's just my little sweetheart, and I love her so much. So it's just great to see also her like sister dynamic that she's got with Riley. Riley really just tries to take care of her. If Riley hears her fussing, Riley goes, "Oh no, baby," and she grabs a pacifier and gives it to Kinsley, or she'll pat her and like try to get her to go back to sleep. It's the cutest thing. If Riley wants to put a blanket, Riley will put the blanket on her, and Riley knows you do not put the blanket near the face, so she knows how to like tuck it like on the sides and keep it down below. And Riley has just been and transitioned so well to this, and she's done such an amazing job. But yeah, definitely with Kinsley is very different than Riley. She's not as good as a sleeper as Riley was. Riley was sleeping through the night at 10 weeks old. Kinsley is still not sleeping through the night. We are going through the 4-month sleep regression. So last night was a good night. She only woke up once, but the nights before that, it was like every 2 hours. And this girl, like, she would want to nurse, and then she would go on and then fall asleep immediately, and I'd be able to put her back down. It was like the weirdest thing. She just wanted to be touched. So what I learned, what I was doing, so I started turning on the shusher, and then I would give her the passy, and then I would give her my hand. She sleeps on a bassinet on the side of my bed. So I just kind of put my hand over it, and I just like fall asleep like that, and she just holds it. She loves to hold your hand. She loves to touch, and she loves to cuddle. And it's the cutest thing and the most sweetest thing. So I'm soaking it in as much as I can right now, because we know that eventually we'll all go away. So yeah, so we're just kind of working right now on getting her on a schedule. With nursing, it's very different for me, because with bottles, I knew like, okay, every 4 hours for a bottle for Riley. But nursing, I was just like, okay, I kind of like, Riley just went on a schedule. I didn't have to do anything. She just automatically went on it. Kinsley, I am working on getting her on a schedule. I'm using that program called Taking Care of Babies. That's what I'm implementing with her right now, and I think it's going to be a struggle for the first few days, but we're going to try to get through it so that way I can get her to sleep longer at night, because I feel like that's what's really going to help us, because right now this girl loves to snack. She likes to just eat a little bit and then be done, and then want to eat again in like an hour or two. So I'm trying to stretch her out with her feeds, and that way she'll get one good feed, and then she'll fill up her tank during the day, and then she'll sleep at night. So crossing fingers, this works for me. Pray for me, because it has been a mission right now with her sleep. She sleeps really well and takes naps really well for me during the day, but nighttime, I just need to get her to sleep all night so I can sleep, because the most of sleep that I'm getting right now is like 3-4 hours straight, if that. So I'm sleep deprived. I'm tired. So that has been our biggest struggle, is getting her to sleep. and getting her on a routine. So if you guys have any tips, I always love to hear them. Feel free to comment them down below. I'm sure it will also help other moms too that might be struggling as well. So that's what we've been dealing with. Some other backstories about Kinsley. She's got an ear tag on her left ear, and thankfully it's not related to anything. Usually it's related to kidney issues or hearing problems, and she did flying colors through her hearing test. She passed everything. It's just a cosmetic thing. So we won't have that removed until after she's a year old. So we're just letting it hang out there, because I know that they can usually tie off the stem and stuff, but since hers has a little bit of cartilage in it and it's so close, it's not gonna work. So she's gonna have to be put under, and they're gonna have to surgically remove it. So we're gonna wait for that down the line until she gets a little bit older. So she's got that. Another thing that we had with her, she had a tongue tie. It was posterior. Riley's was anterior. So we were able to get that step with the ears, nose, and throat doctor. So with Kinsley also, she has a recessed chin, which is called micrognathia. So basically hers is not linked again to anything, thankfully, because I'm like, gosh, there's just been one thing after another. But with her, it's not linked to anything. She doesn't have any syndrome, nothing. They would never even cut her tongue tie if she did. The ears, nose, throat doctor told me that. She goes, she's fine. She just has a little bit more of a recessed chin. And she warned me, she's like, your breastfeeding journey is going to be a little hard because of this. And it definitely does make it harder. Babies naturally usually have a recessed chin. Like my pediatrician told me, she goes, nearly every baby that comes in has a recessed chin. Kinsley's was just a little bit more than the norm. And Riley had one too, but they basically start to come out around 3-4 months old. And with Kinsley's, we just kind of got through it with positioning, and she nurses just fine. So that also shows us that her case is not bad at all. I think that her chin is definitely coming forward now, and you could barely tell in pictures. But I think hers is gonna really come out closer to a year old. I think hers is just gonna take a little bit longer than the norm. But so far, everything looks good. I always ask a pediatrician about it whenever I go in there, because I'm always like wanting to stay proactive on everything, and there's no concerns. So that was one thing there. What are some other things about Kinsley? So she's talking, she's starting to roll. I'm working on sitting her up more. She's definitely a lot stronger than what Riley was. Riley was, again, horrible with tummy time. And Riley didn't really have neck control for a long time. Like, that girl just took a lot longer to hit those milestones, those gross motor skill milestones. Kinsley, I can tell, is probably gonna be a little earlier because she's a lot stronger of a baby. When she came out of me and they laid me on her chest, she instantly was lifting up her head. Riley did not do that. So I just noticed from the beginning that she had a lot more head strength or neck strength than Riley did. So I think she's going to be a little bit earlier than Riley was on those spectrums, but she's got a lot of strength to her. So I'm working with her on sitting up, and then I'm waiting for those cues to see when we're going to start solids. Right now, she's not really showing a whole lot of interest in foods. She is not fully supporting herself up yet. So I'm just kind of waiting to see. I think honestly she's going to be like Riley. It's going to be a little bit closer to 5 months, and then I'll start doing maybe some purees or maybe try baby led weaning. I'm just going to kind of just test the waters and see what's going to work best for her. Again, it's like, you know, it's their temperaments, and that's what I've learned is like every baby is so different and has different temperaments, and you just kind of accommodate to them, and you kind of work around, okay, like this is what they need to work on more. They're really good here. So that's what I've been kind of doing with Kinsley. All right, so just to quickly go into a little bit about her features and everything, because they are changing so much. This girl has changed so much, and they do change a lot in those first like 6 months. So with her, from what I'm noticing as she's filling out, she's like just a little bit of a mix of everyone, to be honest, except for me. I really don't see a whole lot of me in there, except for her eye color. But she's a little mix of everyone, and her hair right now is starting to lighten up, which I've noticed, and it's got like a red undertone to it, which actually reminds me a lot of my sister's hair. My sister has auburn color hair, so it kind of reminds me of that. Her eye shape is my mom and my sister's eye shape. It's not mine, it's not Joel's, because I have a ton of pictures of Joel when he was around Kinsley's age, and his eyes were a different shape, so were mine. And her eyes are photographed just like my mom's and my sister's, and like Caspy's. So I think she got their eye shape. I feel like she reverted a lot back to them. And then there's a lot of like, I see Joel in her, like in certain pictures and angles, I can see Joel and her expressions and stuff, but she's just like a little mix of everyone. And so it's going to be interesting to see how she continues to grow. Her eye color is still blue, and they're getting bluer each month. So if I could guess right now, I would say they're going to stay blue, but I'll know more around 6 months. Around 6 months is when I can usually tell if they're going to stay blue or not. I've really learned with all the different babies in the family that I've been around, and from what I've learned from my mom, and kind of saying like how what Riley's did. Riley's did the exact same thing that Kinsley's is doing right now, where they just got bluer. So, but I'm not holding my breath because I don't know. I'm like, I would be shocked if I got another blue-eyed baby, because out of my family, I'm the only one with blue eyes. My mom and my dad have brown eyes. My sister has brown eyes. I got my blue eyes from my grandpa. My grandma has brown eyes. So that gene it's a recessive gene. So I was shocked that I got Riley. Joel has brown eyes. So his mom has blue eyes, but Joel and his sister both came out with brown eyes, and even his sister's daughter has brown eyes. So Riley's the only blue-eyed grandchild in the family. Because Caspy's finally changed to brown after a year. I could tell Caspy's was changing around 6 months, which is why I'm saying I'm waiting till 6 months to see what's going to happen with Kinsley. Yeah, it's just crazy to think that I've got a 4-month-old baby now, and it's just going by so fast. So I want to do more of these updates, so that way they could be a little bit more specific and not so long, and we're not doing like catch up and everything. So definitely expect more of those. I definitely want to do like little like must-haves and baby must-haves, like how I did with Riley, because there's a lot of new things that I've discovered with Kinsley, even new things of equipment. Let me just tell you, I have a lot of baby equipment and baby gear from Riley, and then I've been taking it back out and like watching videos on it with Kinsley, and I am discovering so many new things that those things could do. I'm like, how did I not know that this could lower? How did I not know about this little thing on the car seat? Like, it blows me away. So I'm learning. So I'll share that more with you guys in future videos. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's been exhausting. It's been tiring, but it's been amazing. And I'm soaking in every minute that I possibly can right now. And I'm happy that we were able to do this update. I wish I had Kinsley with me here, but maybe you guys follow me on Instagram, Madison Miller. That's where I post so much. So you can see a lot of her over there. But it's been amazing, and I also just love seeing, again, the sisterly bond between the two. It's the cutest thing right now. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching this update. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.